Hello and welcome back to Move It Up podcast. It's episode 37 with your hosts, me, Adam Barlow.
And me, Alfie Walker.
This is part one of our London Film Festival coverage. We went along, Move It Up was there, on the ground, in London. I mean, half of it was.
Half of us, yeah, let's not even go there. I've had a train wreck of a week, really. First we found out I couldn't go to see Queer, which Adam told me I was lucky to have missed out on, actually, but I'm sure we'll get into that. And then I had a nightmare with trains and illness, and I was not there, but even after buying a ticket... But don't worry, Adam got me a t-shirt as a souvenir, as a memento for not being there.
Mate, it's a nice t-shirt.
Adam did.
Is it a good one?
Yeah. I'm excited. But luckily, Adam got to see four films? Yes, four films in total. So, yeah, a big amount of films there. And today, what films are we going to be talking about?
First up, we're going to be talking about Queer, the new film from Luca Guadagnino starring Drew Starkey and Daniel Craig. And then we're going to talk about We Live in Time, a new rom-com starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
I think basically Adam's going to start with the one he was least favourable with, so that good old podcaster bias coming in there. But as Adam put it a minute ago, it's sort of like an emotional arc over the next 40 minutes. But we're going to start with Queer, which I would say it's been quite highly anticipated. I'd say people were looking forward to it, especially after Challengers. But go on, Adam, take us away. When did you see it? How was it at the film festival? Give us a bit of background.
Absolutely. So it was a sunny, very sunny Friday afternoon in London. It was the second film of the day following We Live in Time, and I went with a friend of the show, Josh. We'd had sort of an hour beforehand where we bought some merch. Spirits were high, you know. I'd been wrecked to pieces, as you'll find out in a minute, after We Live in Time, but I was excited to go in and, you know, sort of cleanse my palate in some respect and watch something else. So on paper this film sounds great, right? It's got Daniel Craig, an actor that I think we both really enjoyed in a lot of things.
Yeah, big time.
He's had a very interesting career, I think, as well, following James Bond, which is such a masculine role, and he's been doing like these perfume, was it an alcohol advert or a perfume advert, and he was dancing around?
Yeah, the perfume advert where he's dancing around. Then we've got Benoit Blanc playing a gay man, camp, over the top, and then playing a gay man in this, right?
Yeah. So it does feel, I joked on my Letterboxd review that this is the origin story for Benoit Blanc, and in some ways makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But and as you say, coming from Luca Guadagnino, it's been highly anticipated. He had Challenges earlier in the year, which we both loved. It's still one of my favourite films of the year. I thought it was
for sure
just packed with energy and so much fun. So I was like, right, okay, come on then, let's see what this is like. I think, pretty much nothing going in. I don't even think there's a trailer out. I think there's just that one clip of Daniel Craig in a bar flirting.
Yeah, in the cafe. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's really the only image that I had of this film. I had no clue what the plot was. I had no clue really. I thought it was a biopic going in as well, so that might have thrown me off. I only found out after that it's an adaptation of a novel. But here's the plot just from Wikipedia here, trusty source. Queer is a 2024 historical romance drama film from a screenplay by Justin Kuritzkis, based on a 1985 novel of the same name by William S. Burroughs. It's set in 1950s Mexico City, and the film follows an outcast American expat, played by Daniel Craig, who becomes infatuated with a younger man, who I believe is called Eugene, played by Drew Starkey. So, it does start out with Daniel Craig just hopping from bar to bar, and he's flirting. He's an older guy, clearly comfortable in his sexuality, and a gay man. In fact, like, one of the first lines in the film is, "So you're a queer." Like, it's very upfront about its themes of LGBTQ and that whole side of life. And it is a very sensual romantic film, I would say, as you see in Challenges, in those moments where there's the sort of three-way love triangle. You have similar moments in this, which is, I think, where the film is at its best. But what took me and Josh by surprise is where the actual story went. I think the biggest issues I have with this are on a narrative, on a narrative level, because actually I think the music was great. There's lots of Nirvana in it, I think, but all the music and the needle drops, excellent. You will be bouncing in your seat and just nodding your head along to the tunes. It also looks fantastic. It's almost got a Wes Anderson-esque symmetrical nature to it. It kind of starts with a long, drawn-out credits scene where it's just still images of beautiful scenery and glasses or a wallet just left on the side of a table, or a shirt tossed aside on the end of a bed, or there's a snake on the ground just slowly moving. And to my mind, I think, again, this is difficult for me to review because I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name, so I do think there's probably more in common with that than Challenges. But it's got this very, as I say, sensual feel, and it really captures the heat of Mexico City quite well. You really feel like you've been put on a plane, flown over there, and you're just perusing through the streets, getting a quick shot of tequila from a bar with Daniel Craig and just swooning over younger, more attractive blokes, right? So that's the kind of vibe for the first chapter. It has 3 chapters and then an epilogue at the end. But the first chapter is so long, by the time it says chapter 2, I remember turning to Josh and be like, oh wait, I forgot we were doing this. So then, and again, I didn't know what the runtime was. It turns out it's 2 hours, 15 minutes. And I really felt the pacing is deceiving in some ways because the chapters do get a lot shorter as you go along. So don't be disheartened once you get to the end of chapter 1. Don't be like, oh my God, we're only a third of the way through. It's not as bad as that. You're more like halfway through. But as I said, my issues with it are where the film goes, and I'm going to try and skate around it a bit because of spoilers. And Josh mentions it a bit in his correspondence that I think you're going to read out after. But going in, I knew it would be him trying to impress a younger guy, and that there'd be some sort of love triangle or love, weird unrequited love going on. But then they take a turn where they go and search for drugs in South America. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. But it felt a bit, not left field necessarily, because it is shown that that Lee, Daniel Craig's character, is addicted to substances like cocaine and other quite heavy stuff. But they really go out for an adventure and sort of road trip down to South America, and then they start looking for this
Paddington in Peru, maybe.
I was half expecting Uncle Pastuzo and then a little bear running over, but it never reached those heights, I'm afraid. But Antonio Banderas rocking up on a boat. Unfortunately not. Although he would actually fit very well into this film now I think about it. But then they try and look for this kind of fantastical plant that gives mind reading and telepathy abilities. And then that's kind of what the second half of the film is about. And you're like, oh, okay. And again, this is where I was thrown, because going in, I have to admit, I thought it was a biopic about someone. I didn't know it was an adaptation of a fantasy romance novel. So maybe it's on me. And I think it was hard to get past that when I was caught off guard and taken a bit by surprise. So it wasn't at all what I was expecting. And I think frame my review with that knowledge, because I really left the cinema just feeling a bit shocked, a bit in disbelief. I think some of the imagery goes particularly abstract, and there's kind of nightmare sequences in there in the second half, and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, what am I looking at? It's very interpretational. It's very artsy. It's like the moments at the end of challenges when you see the ball and you're on the ball and then you're underneath the court. It's like that, but add in a load of quite crap CGI. Sorry. And some interesting use of, I think, miniatures and weird effects and psychosexual imagery. It's very peculiar to look at. I think I just missed the point of the film, if I'm totally honest. So I'm really fascinated to hear what you think of it when you get around to seeing it. I'm not sure when it comes out. Let me see if I can find that out. Okay, 13th of December. So yeah, not too far away, but it's distributed by A24. Yeah, it's really interesting. I forgot, also in the cast, Jason Schwartzman, an actor I really appreciate. He's always funny. He is a particular highlight in the film. And Leslie Manville, who is in the opening credits. Her name pops up and you're like, okay, Leslie Manville's in this. By the time she appeared, I'd forgotten she was in the film. And then at the end of the film, when she comes up in the main credits, I was like, wait a minute, I do not remember her at all. And then I realised the character she plays, unrecognisable.
Oh wow, really?
Didn't even know it was
interesting.
her. Yeah. So it just feels like a very floaty, very personal story, I think, that I'm absolutely sure it's saying something profound. I just couldn't tell you what the hell it is. And I think compared to challenges, it's just not at all what I was, I suppose, hoping for. But I mean, who am I to say, sorry, Luca, can you please make another one of them tennis films?
It's really interesting. It really sounds like a film in two halves, because from the synopsis at the beginning, a love story about two gay men, one of them's significantly older, that is Call Me By Your Name. Like, that is literally what that film is. So for it to, I guess, maybe to have stuck to that angle for the whole film, it would have just been Call Me By Your Name 2, but set in Mexico rather than Italy. But then to see that, I know you said you and Josh were shocked at the sort of the twist or the like disembarkment from the plot, and yeah, from what you've said there, that is not the angle I thought this film was going to go down at all. Like, even from the clips I've only seen maybe one clip, two clips, that is not at all what's portrayed. It is portrayed as like just like a love story about an older guy fancying a younger guy. But yeah, what a weird change of pace for this film. That is crazy. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I am, because I like Call Me By Your Name and I like Challengers. But yeah.
It is, yeah, it's a properly strange film. I think to kind of, just because I know I definitely went in the wrong headspace. Like, I just was not, I thought the film was going to be, I guess, like you say, Call Me By Your Name 2, which I suppose I'm glad it wasn't, because that would just be retreading it. I think that would have got him a lot of shtick, but I think trying to gauge the audience reaction to it as well, bearing in mind it was a packed, full to the brim, every seat taken in the Royal Festival Hall. I don't know what the capacity of that room is, but it must be in the thousands easily. And I was trying to look around me and be like, are people enjoying this? And people were kind of chuckling at moments. There are some really funny gags in it. Daniel Craig playing this very, very camp character where he does this bow every time he meets this guy, and he does sort of flimsy waves. It is very entertaining, and it's you could tell it's genuinely meant to be heartfelt. It's not poking fun at the community at all. It's out of respect. It's sort of like a loving nudge almost. It's just wild to see Daniel Craig, who I know for being James Bond, all of a sudden taking such a U-turn. But more power to him. But I do think that the audience was somewhat lost by the end of it. I think comparing it to the reactions of some of the other films I saw at London Film Festival, there wasn't as much chatter afterwards. I did hear some people just go, "So what the fuck was that about then?" Like, and I just smoked to myself. I was like, "Yeah." And then, I mean, not to kind of drag it through the mud too much, but about 10 minutes after we'd left the venue, we were walking to the Lego store, and I turned to Josh. We'd been talking about other random stuff about life, and just catching up really. And I'd said, "God, I just remember we just saw Queer. We just saw a film." It was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And we genuinely like almost erased it from our memory. We were just like didn't get that at all, and sort of discarded it really, which is kind of unfair to the film. So I do apologise, Luca, if you're listening. But yeah,
but that's it. Like, if you've had the opportunity to see a film almost 2 months before it's officially released, and you walk out of that screening and it's just had no impact, what more can you say about it? Almost like
I think the moment, if I had to pinpoint where it exactly loses me, is the moment after they discover this I guess plot device that they're trying to find, and they encounter this person that they're trying to meet. It just like the score really ramps up, and it has this really sort of sudden, unexpected change in tone, and visually it changes, and it leans into this more fantastical story that it's telling. That's when I was like, wait a minute, what am I watching here? And that, like it's quite I'm trying not to give anything away really, but it's very uncomfortable to watch. I think for me personally, it made me feel a bit like, it made my skin crawl a little bit. Just the visuals that they do. To give a vague spoiler, I'm just thinking of a scene from Deadpool and Wolverine, and it basically happens again here. So I won't say anything more than that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but yeah, you'll know it when you see it. But my God, yeah, I didn't like it in Deadpool and Wolverine, and I don't like it here. It's just something I don't like to look at. That, of course, being Hugh Jackman. No, I'm joking, but
yeah. What out of left field almost, because I had heard some good things in the pre-reviews, but I mean, you can't take critic reviews for much salt really. But yeah, how interesting. Yeah. And I guess you just come out of seeing We Live in Time, which we'll get into in a moment, but you loved that, so potentially I think that may have even probably had a bit of an effect on this, being like, if you love the previous film so much and then you've gone to this film that you just can't kind of contemplate almost, it's probably made it even more worse for you, basically.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad film in any means, I don't think. If you know what you're getting yourself into, I think you'll really lean into it. But I think I was just a bit, it was definitely a sticking point, that particular scene that I've alluded to, and just this whole sort of second half of the film I thought was a little bit meandering, a bit out of the blue, and frankly maybe I misinterpreted it, but I actually thought a bit of it was rather unclear and potentially offensive. But I don't want to, again, maybe I misread it, and I don't want to go into it too much, because it is like a real moment in the film when this character has this realization and articulates his feelings. But I do think that it doesn't quite stick the landing, and as I say, I just left it feeling a bit at arm's length.
Isn't that such a, like, literally a meme, isn't it? But like the duality of man, the fact that you've had the Challengers earlier this year, which you constantly recite as potentially being your favourite film of the year, up there with Holdovers, to then go and see this months earlier than the general public and walk out going, nah. Like, how does a director manage to do that? But,
yeah, you've got to,
kind of admirable.
You've got to hand it to him for trying out something different. But again, I haven't seen Call Me by Your Name, so it might not even be that wildly, that wildly left field. Because I know Challenges, I think a lot of people are saying, oh, this is interesting and new from him. So maybe it is just that he's drawn in a whole new audience, including me, with this other film that's got sort of the skeletal main punches of his regular films and kind of tone and playful nature. And yeah, he's just maybe caught us by surprise, and maybe we're the issue. I'm the issue.
We're going to go for a little game now. Our favourite one, I must say. We enjoy this one a lot. We've both done one each. So I've sent Adam 5 tracks, or 5 snippets, 5 little bits of film, sound, speech. He's going to have to guess. And then Adam's done the same for me. I think I'm going to start. So we're going to do that. Are you all ready, Adam?
I'm good to go. Yep.
Right, first clip. Just pirate cannons. I'm gonna play that one again because I actually don't know. I actually don't have a clue.
I do feel I should have apologised before you start the 5 clips that I've sent you, because they are quite difficult today. It's the most ADHD selection of moments, as you'll see in the next one, especially.
You can just hear lots of cannon fodder and people shouting, and then someone very out of breath. But I really do not have a clue. Go on, Adam, reveal it to me.
It is from a film from last year that we both have a love-hate relationship with.
Oh my god, it's Napoleon.
It is, yeah.
I can hear Joaquin Phoenix now. Now you've said it, I'm like, yes, I can hear it.
That's the moment where the horse takes a cannonball to the chest.
That was fairly soon in the film as well, and I remember looking at you and being like, woof, is this what we're in for?
Yeah, wild.
Right. Clip number 2.
Oh, phew. Just one day to retire.
Why is it just the Wilhelm screen 5 times? What the hell? What the hell is that film? What is that?
Do you not recognise
I
it?
have no clue. No clue.
That is from a 2017 film, the Lego Ninjago movie.
Yeah, when you said ADHD clips, I'm getting what you meant by that now.
It gets worse.
It's just a Wilhelm scream like 7 times. Oh, right. Clip number 3, I guess.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is everybody from Pennsylvania this stupid? I mean, are you trying to ruin your fucking career?
It's David Falk.
You show up at the house?
Well, you said it would be unprofessional to call.
That's real fucking funny. You know, my job...
Adam, these pics are wild.
I'm
I
sorry.
have no clue what any of them are.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was Mike Wazowski at first. But I'm going to give it another listen, but I genuinely don't think I know it.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is everybody from Pennsylvania this stupid? I mean, are you trying to ruin your fucking career?
It's David Falk.
You show up at the house?
Well, you said it would be unprofessional to call.
That's real fucking funny. You know, my job...
I don't know. What is it, Adam? Go on.
It's another film from last year that I hold in high regard, that I've said has been quite underrated. It's got Matt Damon in. It's got Ben Affleck.
I don't know.
It's Air.
Oh, I haven't watched it, you see.
Oh, have you not?
Okay, that's one I haven't watched, no. But I remember you raving about it. It was on your top 10, wasn't it?
That's a good film. I'd recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime, I think, at the moment.
There we go. Clip number 4. Fingers crossed I'll get this one.
I knew you was a punk, and I was right. You been playing us all along. You a free man.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Put the bunny back in the box. Adam, I have 0 for 0 so far. I have no clue.
Oh, dude, this is one of the okay, it's Nick Cage. You've probably not seen it. Con Air.
Yeah, I have seen it, but I did not. I've not seen it recent enough to get the clue.
It's where he's got the really long hair. He's just like, put the bunny back in the box. But do you like what I've done there with Air and Con Air?
Con Air. That was almost like a hint. I should have been able to get it just from that alone, right?
Yeah. Good luck with this last one,
Final
mate. Good
clip.
luck with this one.
I needed good luck at the beginning, mate.
Est-ce qu'il serait possible de faire quelque chose sans être en contact avec les vêtements? Parce que je suis allergique à la poussière, aux fibres et aux matières plastiques.
Ah ben dis donc, il vous reste plus grand-chose. Cette nouvelle?
Adam, I paused the clip. Why is it just a Spanish or French film? Like,
Oui.
Il arrive aujourd'hui. Et moi je vous invite aussi, si vous voulez.
Ah non, c'est pas la peine, je ne vais jamais aux fêtes.
I'm sorry.
Adam, I have no clue. What the hell?
That is a film. Please don't let this affect if we never play this game again because I've upset you. This is a film called On Air. It's a 2012 French film about a radio presenter.
Fuck's sake! All for the bit of it being related to air. Wow, phenomenal.
Can you tell?
Adam.
I had 3 ideas for films, and I was like, "Oh shit, I need 2 more."
I know, Con Air and On Air.
Oh man! Well done there. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, spot on. Got the films and the actors.
Yeah, smashed it.
Air, Con Air, On Air. Love it.
Right, enough silliness. It's time for another film review. This is We Live in Time, a film starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, my celebrity crush, and Spider-Man. What a wonderful, wonderful double act that is. I just want to say as well, Andrew Garfield, more power to him, because he's had such a career resurgence, I feel, in the last maybe 3 or 4 years, almost sparked by No Way Home, really, with people realising, actually,
totally.
his Spider-Man performance was great, and we'd love to see a third one. I don't know if we'll ever have that, but I'm in the same boat. I do think he's an incredible actor with a lot of relatability. I think he's very grounded and down to earth, but at the same time, I was listening to him on a new podcast from New York Times. It was one that they've put clips out on social media where he sort of breaks down in tears reading this passage about love. I think it's called Modern Love, the podcast. Would recommend it. But you could tell he's really thoughtful and introspective, and he knows what he's talking about, and he's a bit like other older actors. I think he's got wisdom beyond his years. He's only 41, but he really has a great ability of articulating his thoughts and talking about the profession of acting in a very lofty way that is inspiring to listen to, really. So he brings that relatability, though, and that emotional intelligence to this film. And Florence Pugh, as we know, is my wife, and she's great in everything. So it's a brilliant pairing of actors. So on paper, just looking at the title of the film, you can tell it's going to be a bit profound, but very honest. It's a rom-com, but it's got bucket loads of scenes that will make you cry / tear up. The score, I need to reference the score before I forget. It is fantastic. Let me just find out who does the music. Music by Bryce Desner. The score that they've put together for this film is one of the best I've heard in years. That alone, at the start, as it tops and tails scenes, was enough to either make me laugh because it's so jovial and bouncy, or really make me like hit a wall of emotion and just be like, oh my god, no, you're going to rip my heart out again. I loved this film so much. I've actually put it today on my Letterboxd top 4, which is frankly, I mean, it's recency bias is what it is, but
yeah.
But I've kicked off Infinity War and replaced it with We Live in Time, which is
what a switch.
Yeah, what
a switch.
That's a 180 for the history books. I just really fell in love with this film. I think it's so human, so beautiful and articulate in the way that it shows moments of quietness that I think we can all relate to, and we can see ourselves in either Andrew Garfield or Florence Pugh. And it's a wonderfully British film. It's very it has a similar vibe to About Time, actually. It's not got the time travel or anything like that, but it's all about stopping to smell the flowers and appreciating every single moment of levity and happiness. But at the same time, it totally understands that crazy whiplash that we can experience in life, where things will be going really well, and then all of a sudden you've got to deal with some terrible news or a diagnosis, or just something not going to plan, or a clash of dates. Just silly and irritating but beautiful things that happen to everyone. And I think that it could easily have been another forgettable rom-com. I think for a start, actually, as I say that, when's the last rom-com that you saw in the cinema?
In a new rom-com?
Yeah.
Bridget Jones's Baby in 2017. I don't know, like, genuinely, I don't go watch rom-coms, like, other than rewatching The Notebook or like Love Actually at Christmas, maybe. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've not seen a rom-com in ages, and it wouldn't be the first thing I'd pick out to go watch either.
They just go straight to Netflix, don't they? It's a burial ground for rom-coms, that platform. But that in itself is actually a big accolade that you can give this film, is that it fought, and it's been granted, and it's very well deserving of a cinematic release. It comes out in the UK on the 1st of January 2025, and I actually can't think of a better time of year for that film. I know some people will look at that and be like, oh god, it's January dump month. It couldn't be further from that. I think it's it's not a Christmas film, but it is. I think that actually, no, tell a lie, I think there is a scene at Christmas, so I don't know if that counts, but it definitely snows and has a pivotal scene on an ice rink. So I mean,
that's pretty Christmassy.
Yeah. I mean, if Die Hard's a Christmas film, then this can totally be one.
Yeah.
But it tells the story basically of Alma, played by Florence, and Tobias, played by Andrew. They meet each other in a typical, how most people typically meet. Florence runs over Andrew Garfield in her car, and in the hospital they start talking to each other. He's got a light concussion, but he's like, sorry, do I know you? And she's like, oh yeah, I hit you with my car. And then they start, you can tell there's just a kind of guilty but sort of playful intrigue from both sides. And it kind of goes from there. It's got a non-linear structure to it. Did someone say Christopher Nolan?
Really?
Christopher Nolan has his fingers in this. But I think it really works. It does somewhat take away some of the intrigue from some big moments. For example, in the first 5 minutes, they've got a child. And yet one of the plot threads that you keep coming back to is them trying to get pregnant. So it doesn't
Interesting.
It doesn't always work, but then actually it isn't and this goes to the whole film, it isn't necessarily the ending or the beginning of things, it's the journey. I know that sounds really like, oh yeah, it's just the journey, man. It's a very hippie response to it, but man, I can't think of a better title for this film. It is totally all about how life is limited by, defined by, but also made more purposeful by the amount of time that we're given with the people we love. And I was incredibly moved by it. I cried my eyes out, and it was, I don't think anything has affected me that much. I was especially surprised because with other films in recent memory that have moved me so much, like The Holdovers, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Christopher Robin, I've actually seen either on my own or just with one other person in a relatively empty cinema, which I think it does kind of allow you to connect to the film without there being so many people around you. And you can come in and properly lock in and just feel more free because there's less people, to the left and right of you. But this one, as I say, I saw it again in the festival hall, and people were properly sobbing, like gulping, and when you left, you could look around and you could see people's eyes were swollen.
Red eyes, yeah.
It's a real tearjerker, but in such a cathartic way. I think it's, I don't know if it's a risk to say it might be my favourite film of the year, but it's...
Well, ironically, you can't include it in your favourites of 2024 because it's released, 1st of January 25?
No, I've got to hold it for a whole other year. No, I'm putting it my 2024, sorry, but...
Why do you think it affected you so much? Because, I mean, I haven't watched it, like you said, and I've only seen bits and bobs about it, but it does sound like quite a stereotypical rom-com. So, yeah, like, what was it about it that so specifically got to you, I guess?
I don't know. I
guess the actors help, right? Because you love both of those actors, so that's quite probably a big thing.
Yeah. I think part of it is... Well, a big part of it is Florence Pugh starring in it. I think she's a wonderful actress, and I'm in love with her. But but she is such a lovable force of nature in this film. But it is so grounded and so honest and raw. Like, nothing is melodramatic in this film. There's moments that are like, oh, that's clearly exaggerated, or oh, that's convenient. There's jokes like a rom-com should have, and it's a very very funny film as well. But I think it just balances its tone perfectly, and the kind of central challenge in the film for this young couple is Florence Pugh's character getting a diagnosis of stage 3 ovarian cancer, I think it is. And that, like, kind of beat by beat on paper doesn't sound, as you say, that like unique. There's lots of films out there like Me Before You, like half the films with Emilia Clarke, let's be honest, that are all like Last Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Films where it's a young couple just trying to have a fair shot at life, but something gets in the way, and you kind of know how it's going to go, right? But I think this film does a good job of keeping you guessing as to whether or not she's going to pull through. You kind of you really don't know until the last minute. And I don't even have anyone in my close family, I don't think, not that I can think of, but that has suffered with cancer, not in my 21 years of life anyway, so close to me. But I just really connected to it on another level because of the actors, like you say, and the score does a lot of heavy lifting. I think it's just staggeringly beautiful. It's got a real, again, grounded feel to it. You can hear the thumbs plucking the strings of the guitar, and you can hear the details in it, which I think is so fitting for a film that is all about appreciating the little things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just came along at the right time. I've not seen a film like it for a little while. the cast is just perfect in my eyes. I don't know who I'd pair with Florence Pugh that would be a better, more charismatic and authentic couple. I don't know. I'm trying to think maybe if it was Oscar Isaac and Florence Pugh, oh my god, that'd be next level. But I don't know. I don't know how you top this, really. I think Andrew Garfield has such a wonderful humility to him, where, as you can imagine, with this sort of story, he's sad for a lot of the film. He's got teary eyes, and his eyes are sort of glassy, and he's always on the verge of breaking down. And I thought, staring into his weepy eyes for an hour and 45 minutes is not for the weak. So it's gonna affect you. And then wonderful child acting as well. Who's the little girl that plays their daughter? Let me try and find that. What's her name? Grace Delaney. She's excellent in this film. I don't know how old she was when they were filming it, but she's not older than 10. But her parents run her Instagram account, and I took to Instagram right after to kind of sing its praises, as I'm sure you saw. And they liked my stories and then responded saying, "Oh, we're so glad you enjoyed the film." And then actually we started speaking about the London Film Festival merch. They're like, "Oh my god, we didn't know there were merch. How much was it? Where did you get it from?" And we were just sort of joking about that. And then I said, as I had the opportunity, I took the time just to say, "You should be extremely proud of your daughter. She was excellent in this film." And they said, thank you, we're really proud. And they said something along the lines of, "We're so grateful to see this film, to watch this film again, because it's lovely memories that we can always revisit." And I'm like, what a wild but poetic thing that is. This film that is so...
Yeah.
It's so much about memories and life.
Yeah, it's a time capsule, isn't it, for them?
Yeah.
In itself, not even thinking about the film as a whole, just thinking about their daughter or whatever. Like,
yeah.
That's so cool that they messaged you, though. That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's like...
I'm waiting for Florence Pugh to message me. That's fine. I can wait.
She's too busy being Yelena Blankovic, or whatever she's called.
Yelena Belankovic, whatever.
That's it. There we go.
I could gush about this film for ages, man. If I'm honest, does it reinvent the horse? Reinvent the horse? Reinvent the wheel? I'll tell you why I said that, because the horse on the carousel I just saw in the wiki doc.
On the carousel,
the ugly carousel
right?
horse.
I'm going to tell you though, does it reinvent the horse is definitely the new phrase.
Guys, it reinvents the horse big time. I just think, as you say, the films that you alluded to, Love Actually and The Notebook, wasn't it? I've come across people that have said The Notebook is their favourite film of all time. I do think that Love Actually is probably my favourite Christmas film. So those kind of films, even though they lack the I don't know, maybe the wonder or the spectacular effects or hugely artistic ideas, I think those films work because they're so easily relatable. And I think every now and then one comes along that just hits you, and if it works, it works, and it's an indescribable delight. And I think this is that film for me. Like, for me, if you say romcom, this will be the first thing that comes into my head.
This is the first thing you think of now.
This
totally.
For me, in my opinion, is the definitive one that I'm going to take with and run with for the rest of my life, or until a better one comes along, I guess. But I've also just seen it's executive produced by Benedict Cumberbatch. So
really interesting.
Yeah, there's some proper talent behind it. So for me, best film of London Film Festival 2024 that I saw, and up there with, I'll just say it, because if it's in my Letterboxd top 4, it makes sense that it's the best of the year, right? So
for sure it does. Yeah,
there we are.
So far, it's one of your top 4 films of all time, Adam. So
I've only watched films in 2024, apparently. But yeah, I hope I haven't overhyped it for people. But like, that was the other thing. Another person responded to our story, to my story, I think, and said, "Sorry, this is weird. We were in the same screening. Why did it emotionally wreck me?" And then I started speaking to her throughout the day about We Live in Time, about the actors, and like, it was just a really weird film that, in a matter of hours, bonded me with other people across London, across the festival. The BFI account reposted my review, like my reaction.
I saw that, yeah.
I was like, what a wild...
cool. So cool, mate.
It was just punctuated, and it really made the day, and it was only like a morning screening, and we were only halfway through the day, but I was like, man, what a excellent start. And it's a shame that Queer didn't quite live up to that, but it's yeah. I'm actually delighted that it's on the t-shirt as well. They've got the gala screenings on there, of which this was one of them. I wasn't at the gala screening, but it was, I think, it was on the night before when Andrew Garfield had that cardboard cutout of Florence. Which is iconic. And yeah, I'm just very, very lucky that I got to see it early. But needless to say, I'll absolutely be there, New Year's Day, if I can get there, watching it again.
Nice, man. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Like,
I don't know why it affected me so much. Like, on paper, like, it's a film that's been done like 20 times in the last 10 years, but
sometimes they do just hit off, though, don't they? Sometimes films are like that. Sometimes you just watch a film and it, like, yeah, it just captures it, even if it doesn't reinvent the wheel. I guess in the same way, it's a bit less nuanced, but in the similar way that Saltburn grabbed people, even though it was just Mr. Ripley. Like, just sometimes films get you, don't they?
True. Yeah.
Wow, what a statement, eh?
Sometimes films get you.
Should we do? Sometimes films get you. That's the new tagline for the podcast.
It's time now for part 2 of the sound game. Alfie, these are the clips that you've sent me. I'm presuming they're not as harsh as the ones I gave you.
I think you should get 3 out of 5 here. I'm not going to lie. The first 3 are easy. The final 2 might be a bit more of a struggle.
Oh, no. Are they in French as well?
But yeah. You wait till you hear the accent in the final one.
God. Here's clip number 1.
An envelope of cash showed up at my apartment yesterday with a news clip and a throb his death.
An envelope, that worked.
An envelope of cash. So somebody suspects foul play and goes through this high-chair dance of hiring me, of staying anonymous. It makes no damn sense. Compels me, though.
It is a classic, right?
That is. I initially thought it was Glass Onion, but that's Knives Out, isn't it?
It is Knives Out, yeah. Specifically chosen because of our film today, Queer. I thought, I know, I'll get a Daniel Craig one in there.
Absolutely. I forget the bit where he goes, compels me, though. He's so playful.
That was the main bit I wanted. That was the bit I was like, I remember the line. I was like, that's going to be the clip today.
It's either that or the vultures round a table, knives out.
Knives out. I'm so glad that they've said they're going back to the style of the first one for number 3.
Yes.
I'm so happy they're leaning back into it being more of a, like, sort of witty, sort of quite clever. Not to say Glass Onion wasn't clever, but I think Knives Out is a superior film, and I'm glad they're going back to that, since that's what Josh Brolin said, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. We enjoyed Glass Onion, didn't we? I think.
Yeah.
It's been getting on to a couple of years since that came out. I do feel like I've soured towards it a little bit.
Yes.
Not for any specific reason.
Rewatch it,
but
I would rewatch number 1, but I don't think I'd Like, I would watch Knives Out on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch Glass Onion.
Yeah.
On a whim.
I think it's got an almost tacky feel to it, and I think maybe it's the result of it being a lockdown production.
Yes.
But I do think it is such a departure, and I think we noted this at the time, but I think part of the charm of that first film is its autumnal setting. So I like that we've got the summer option, the summer skin for it, but now I'd like a cozy, wintry autumn one, whereas Glass Onion felt quite overblown and a bit, a bit balls to the wall maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe they were like, perfect, people are loving this idea. Let's go, like you just said, balls to the walls. But no, I'm glad they're reining it in for number 3.
Absolutely. Okay, clip number 2.
Excuse me, I happened to be passing, and I thought you might like some coffee. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Well, won't you sit down? Thank you. Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my man.
That is... It lost me for a moment. That is Airplane, I think.
Yeah, you got it, man. It's Airplane.
Not a fourth air-related film. Do you know, I was very...
Yeah, right?
I was very close to putting this one in myself. But... not the same clip, but I was like, do I just do all the films as air something?
What a corker though. That I love Airplane is one I can stick on and my cheeks will hurt at the end of the hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. It's just non-stop.
The dance scene gets me every time when he throws her up and then he
gets stabbed in the back as well.
The Girl Scouts as well. Like, what?
He's like, she was so beautiful, I asked him to pinch me. And the bloke just looks at him like he's a freak and walks off.
Yeah. So silly.
So good. So good. Here we go. We got clip number 3 now.
You feel inside! Okay!
Are going to die.
It's moving!
What?
Do you not know what it is?
We are... it sounds a bit like Adam Driver. We are going to die.
We are going to die.
It feels like... I thought it was the chocolate... I thought it was the Chocolate River Boat from Willy Wonka. It's got a John Williams score, right? Is that...
And think about Adam Driver. You're kind of onto something there in a weird way.
Oh, is it Indiana Jones? Oh my God, Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Harrison Ford. Yeah, it's Temple of Doom. When they're stuck in the room with the spikes, and it's that we are going to die.
I need to rewatch that one. I think it's the film I remember the least of my Indiana Jones like hurried watch before the
before the fifth one. Yeah.
I need to go and rewatch them because I had a really good time and absolutely need to revisit them.
I love them, man. I really do. All 5 of them, but I think Temple of Doom really has my soft spot, man. A lot of people hate it. People think it's too silly. It's too overblown, but I absolutely love Temple of Doom.
I think the love interest in Temple of Doom is a sticking point for me. I do remember finding her quite grating, but
Yeah, Kate Capshaw, yeah, Steven Spielberg's wife. She is. I find it quite comical, sort of in the way that I like 3PO, like in the way that they're just really annoying, but it's kind of charming. I kind of like her, but yeah man, what great films.
Clip number
4. Right, this is a bit longer, just because there wasn't really a good place to cut it.
Okay.
So give this one a listen.
Spotify and your copyright laws, please just give us the benefit of the doubt on this one.
You're always going to have problems lifting a body in one piece. Apparently the best thing to do is cut up a corpse into 6 pieces and pile it all together.
Would someone mind telling me? Who are you?
And when you've got your 6 pieces, you've got to get rid of them, because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover now, is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to pigs. You've got to starve the pigs for a few days, then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pisshead. You've got to shave the heads of your victims and pull the teeth out for the sake of the piggish digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course, but you don't want to go sieving through pig shit now, do you? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting, so be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm. They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig.
I just want to say, during that clip, I had a gulp of water, and it went down the wrong way, and I've got insane indigestion, like heartburn.
You can feel it burning. Yeah.
That aside, I'm lost with that one. I really recognise it. I thought it was like, definitely an older film, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's. I think it might be 90 something, maybe 80. Yeah, I think it's maybe a 90s one.
Okay. Is it like a sort of comedy caper?
Yeah, it's like a comedy, like British gangster film. We got Brad Pitt. We got Antonio Banderas. Is that who I think?
Really?
Of? Maybe not. No, not Antonio Banderas. Who played the Collector in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Benicio del Toro. Vinnie Jones, classically British gangster film.
Oh, I've not seen it, and you've totally helped me there, but is it Snatch?
Yeah, it's Snatch. Have you not seen it?
No, I must have seen I must have heard a soundbite of that clip, but
yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that, but
that's one for your list, man. It's Virgin on my top 4. I reckon, on Letterboxd. That's how much I like.
Is that
film.
from Guy Ritchie?
It's excellent. Yeah, I think it is Guy Ritchie. Yeah, it's an excellent film. It's not too long, I don't think either. It's quite like snappy. It's quite like fast paced. The editing and stuff, like sort of. Personally, it gives me like Pulp Fiction vibes in a way where like the plot jumps about a bit.
Yeah,
and it like is all about a suitcase as well, actually. So yeah, it's quite Pulp Fiction-y, but yeah, gotta watch that one, man. I really recommend it.
It's that scene sounds very similar to that Winston Wolfe scene, doesn't it? When he's
yes,
trying to instruct them on getting rid of the body. Yeah. Nice. I'll add that to the list.
Hold your breath for this final clip, man, believe me.
Okay.
I can hit it. Should I hit it?
No! Hit her! She's hurting me!
Did it just speak?
Speak? That was angry shouting. If I was going to speak, I would have said something like, "Oh, what's that?" Fine. You got me. What do you want?
My sister's shoe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You stole it right off her foot.
Anything that touches this beach is an offering to the Samiad.
Samiad.
Yes, hello. I'll take most offerings, so I'm not fussy.
Oh, I mean the unmistakable voice of okay. I don't know at all what that is. Michael Caine on a beach. That's about it. There's so many lines in that just to comprehend. Yeah, I don't know what is that.
That is the 2020 film, which is a sequel to the 1980s film Five Children and It. Have you seen that one?
That's a 2020 film.
Well, no, and then there's a sequel where Michael Caine does the voice of It, and it's called Four Kids and It. And look at the creature that Michael plays and how that voice comes out.
Four Kids and It. 2020. What the fuck?
Look at the creature. And just how does that Michael Caine voice come out of that creature?
That's insane. God, Five Children in It looks even worse. Good lord.
Five Children in It is a classic. I remember loving that film, but it was always on a Sunday on Channel 5, like Jumanji as well. But yeah, this 2020 sequel, Four Kids in It with Michael Caine, man.
There's a Reddit edit of the poster, and they've put Pennywise on it, which is good.
Very good.
You've got bloody Russell Brand in there as well.
Yeah, Russell Brand's in it as well. That's bad, isn't it?
Dear.
Yeah,
God, I really
what a
didn't know
film,
that was
eh?
a 2020 film. That's wild. Do you know, my only touchstone for that is last time I went to Cornwall for a camping trip, the people we were with said, "Oh my god, look at that cave over there. That is where they filmed Four Children in It." So, I mean...
There we go. Michael Caine was there. Do you reckon he was did
Michael...
CGI mocap for that creature?
Yeah.
They had him burrowing through the sand and scurrying along on the beach.
Thank you. I'll take that nicely. Sorry.
Bro had enough. He was like, I've had enough.
Didn't mean to hang up on you, yeah. The name that he plays as well is... I don't even know. Pasamid? That's wild.
Phenomenal.
49% of Rotten Tomatoes. I'll have to check
good
it
work
out.
there, mate.
That's also...
You did pretty good there. You did pretty good, other than the one there at the end, and you still kind of got snatched, to be honest. But well done.
Yeah. I think I can probably accept 2 out of 10. No, sorry, 2 out of 5 there. But yeah, what a game!
What a game!
Great game! Great game!
Good game! Good game! Good gamey game! So we're going to finish off with some emails. We've got an email from Josh, but first I do have a little review from my brother Lenny on Transformers 1. He just popped a little email in this morning, and it says, "Hey guys, little late, but I thought I'd send my Transformers 1 review / thoughts. I thought Transformers 1 was a really enjoyable film, especially going with me." Oh, thanks, Lenny. Appreciate that one.
Oh.
Which we haven't gone to the cinema together. Yeah, right? We haven't gone to the cinema together in a while. The last film we saw was Shang-Chi. So it was a nice sort of different, nice little time to go with him and see that. It's a very good introduction to the franchise, and it wasn't overly complicated. I also thought if most of, if not all of the jokes landed, which had me and Alfie chuckling every now and then. The relationship between the characters is very charming and made the final act almost a bit sad. Anyway, I won't go on anymore. Keep up the good work. Always looking forward to my weekly listen, and I hope I can come and be a guest on the podcast soon. And he signs off with, I am Megatron.
Betasatron.
Betasatron. Thank you, Lenny.
I agree.
Appreciate the email in.
Yeah. I think he's made some very, very good points there. It is a funny film. I think the humour does really work. And I don't know about it not being hard to follow. I was struggling, but maybe Lenny's just
just got that younger brain, so he can work a bit more.
I'm too set in my ways.
Yeah, bro's stuck on that Shia LaBeouf lore from that old Transformers film.
Yeah.
I did say to Lenny that he's going to come on and do the Paddington in Peru episode with us. So
yes, he has to. It's only
right.
Fair.
Yeah. Right. So now, thank you, Lenny, for that. And now we're going to go on to the email from Josh. I believe this one is about Queer and We Live in Time, right, Adam?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Right. Good tidings to you both. What a nice introduction, eh? This would have happened as a voice note if talking about Queer hadn't killed my voice. So alongside Mr. Adam Barlow, I had the golden opportunity to attend the screening of We Live in Time and Queer this past Friday at the London Film Festival. So here are some thoughts on both, starting with Queer. I will preface this with Adam did cut out a couple of spoilery bits. The first off, the film's 4 chapters were pretty decent. The cinematography and colour palette looks superb, and the... Oh, hello. What word is that? Jesus. Did I do a journalism degree?
Wait, let me check the email.
Anachronistic needle drops. Oh my God, Josh Brooker. That well threw me for 6. The anachronistic needle drops were well utilised, especially...
Anna Kendrick needle drops, that's what that says. No.
Yes. The Kendrick Lamar needle drops were well utilised, especially the use of Nirvana's Come As You Are, and Daniel Craig does fit the lived-in vibe of Lee incredibly well, but ultimately it's hard to exactly place what the filmmakers want to achieve. I've seen people who love this film describing it as an odyssey of desire, how one person could be swept up in an obsession with another person and wonder why this other person doesn't feel the same way. But to me, it begs the question of why does the reluctant party still spend the time with the other? With this in mind, it's hard to stay fully invested, and by the end of the first part, and by the 3rd chapter, with the scenes in the jungle, the film goes firmly off the rails. There is an epilogue, but by that point, who really gives a toss one way or another? An incredibly disappointing film that's summed up, in my mind, by something Adam said to me after the film. In a lot of ways, Queer is to challengers. What kinds of right? Queer is to challengers. What kinds of kindness is to poor things? What an interesting. Is that what you said, Adam?
Yeah. I think I stand by that. But then, Queer is infinitely more watchable than Kinds of Kindness, so it's not quite on that same level.
On a brighter note, We Live in Time is one of the best films of the year. Although I'd need to see the film again to see whether I share the total adulation showered upon it by Adam. Very true. What in other directors' writers' hands would have been a formulaic tripe is given great humanity and intelligence by director John Crowley and writer Nick Payne, which is why I loved it. The film feels epic yet simple, incredibly funny yet tragic, totally avoiding the trappings of schmaltz and sentimentality, instead conveying the human beauties of everyday love, without grand overt gestures, just the connection that 2 souls find in each other. How it builds, how it grows, ultimately how big life decisions, events such as cancer treatment, choosing to have a child, etc., test strengths of a relationship. I cried several times during the last 15 minutes of the film. I shall say no more about than that section other than that the scene, the ice rink, is what broke me the most. Both Pugh and Garfield are perfectly cast and have such wonderful chemistry. A truly special film that audiences, once it comes out in January, will hopefully delight in. All the best to the Moving Up team. This is me signing off. Toodles, JB. JB. Nice one. Cheers, Josh. Nice to see that he's aligned with you, because obviously it might come off as if you are maybe slightly head over heels with the film, but to have another person have almost an identical opinion, pretty good, my man. It must be a decent film.
Yeah, I do worry that I've actually been burnt by Folie à Dieu, because I'm now expecting people to be like, "Go, mate, you love this film, do you?" I think I had the same with Glass Onion. Now I think about it, as we mentioned it earlier. I remember getting out of that film and be like, when I come out of a film, I'm like, "Oh, I love that," and then you get someone just staring blankly at you, like, "Yeah, it's all right, mate. Yeah."
But that's what we had with Saltburn and you, where you didn't like Saltburn. That's exactly how it feels on the opposite end.
Yeah, you're quite right. And again, considering some of the rave reviews that Queer has got, maybe maybe it's just I'm on the other end of that. But yeah.
I bet
Thank you very much,
go
Josh.
in knowing about it, I feel like Queer probably, if you've gone in reading the book, Queer probably is fantastic. I think it's just probably expectation versus reality, that's all.
Yeah, totally. I wonder if I'd have a different reaction if I rewatched it now. Maybe when it comes out again, I'll give it another go, I think.
And then might be able to appreciate it differently, maybe.
Because I guess you're going to see it, so we could always do a sort of secondary review as a footnote.
Absolutely.
I can be like, actually, guys, I'm wrong.
I love Daniel Craig as Lee.
Not related to the film Lee that came out earlier this year.
Or my dad, Lee.
Or your middle name, Lee.
Yeah, or my middle name, Lee. Silly. Thank you, Josh, for that, and thank you, Lenny, for your review of Transformers 1. This has been part 1 of our London Film Festival episode. So this has been for Queer and We Live in Time, and then the next episode, which will be out later this week, is going to be touching on what films, Adam?
It's going to be touching on The Wild Robots, the latest DreamWorks film that has truly emotionally affected people. You'll find out if I was moved or not. And the other film I'm going to be talking about is the gala screening of Piece by Piece. Guys, Pharrell Williams was there.
Lego Pharrell Williams and real Pharrell Williams.
Crazy.
You also had a protester about animal products in the crowd, which I'm sure Adam will talk about.
So surreal, my guy. Honestly, it's never simple, is it? It's never simple.
No.
There's always something
going on, something balls enough it, but never mind. Thank you for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed that and played along with the games. If you want to get in touch with us, you can email in hello@movieonup.com.
You can also follow us on social media. Our TikTok and Instagram handles are both @movieonup.
There we go. Lovely. Thank you for listening, guys. And if I don't see you through the week,
I'll see you through the window.